Elementary School is the Idaho High School Activities Association, Student Advisory Council, and Statewide Sportsmanship Committee. We remind you that sportsmanship and the objectives of educational institutions are a top priority. The cooperation and support of the values of respect and good citizenship are appreciated. And now, let's start with the Maniacs. Number 3, a sophomore, Sierra Congo. Number 13, a sophomore, Ella Bearden. Number 21, a senior, Leah Johnson. Number 22, a junior, Caitlin Curtis. Number 32, a senior, Riley Gibbon. Maniacs approached by Dave Olive, assisted by Melina Johnson. And now for the Wildcats. Number 3, a freshman, Olivia Wilk. Number 10, a senior, Adela Rock. Number 12, a freshman, Peyton Story. Number 20, a senior, Audrey Rock. And number 21, a junior, Jamie Henderson. Wildcats are coached by Janet Harry, assisted by Gus Colburn, Troy Stuckey, and Greg Neary, and Amy Fisher. The officials tonight are Mr. A.J. Bennett, Ben Allen, and John Wright.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wildcats Live. We are live from Andrews Gym. Another, feels like I'm repeating myself here, another CIL matchup. Wildcats just played 4 games last night with the Grangeville Bulldogs, and here they turn around and have to face the Orofino Maniacs. And it's just, you can't ask for anything better. Stretch run, start of February. Simon Miller here, Wildcats Live. I am joined by none other than another Wildcat alumni and golf coach, and I won't mention his volleyball credentials, Nicky G. Furlan. Nick, we talked about maybe the repercussions and things happening here tonight. Girls looking to rebound after a rough Grangeville game last night.
Yeah, it was a rough Grangeville game last night. You know, the girls, Wildcat girls especially, they're young this year, and Grangeville is solidly not that. So
Right.
There's a lot of experience with Grangeville coming in, and, you know, the Wildcats are a little banged up. So it was good to see the girls fight through it last night. You know, they stuck through it for all 4 quarters. But we're curious to see, you know, if they've still got the wheels on the bus to finish Orofino off today.
Yeah, and they're, like you said, they're banged up, and I like that Jana put in a lot of young girls last night, and we rewarded player of the game to Bella Schillereth, and when you score that many points, it's obviously not going to be offensively, but those girls just were fearless.
Yeah,
and you gotta put them in and immerse them in it eventually, and that's where we are tonight, and we'll see Orofino. These 2 teams, Nick, are fighting for maybe a difference between 3rd and 4th place. So you're going to see some pretty good action tonight. And right away, if you look down on the court, being here, Nick, the advantage size-wise instantly to Orofino.
Yeah, solidly.
I mean, they've got girls with size.
No, number 22, Caitlin Curtis for the Maniacs, and I can solidly. She's almost looking in the booth.
Yeah,
They don't have the height on the program, but she's almost looking eye to eye.
Yeah, and of course, I would be remiss if I didn't just bring up Riley Diffin. She has been at either center court or in volleyball, just in the middle of all action, and I watched a couple games the other night. I watched Orofino playing, and she's just right in the mix of everything. So Riley Diffin, going to be a force to be reckoned with. And Orofino with size. And the Wildcats, I mean, Nick, you and I both know, with following volleyball and things like that, the Wildcats, if there's one thing they don't have, it's size.
It's not size, but what they lack in size, they definitely make up for in some scrappiness. So
that's what we're counting on.
Yeah, watching them last night with Grangeville, they had a little bit of a tough time in the first half with the press, but they never did quit. They kept working on ball movement, trying to figure it out, and finally, towards the end of the half, finally started to get it figured out. Grangeville took their foot off the gas a little bit there too, but they kept after it, which is good to see.
And Grangeville is tough, and they played Priest River today and saw much of the same things. And so the Wildcats also will face Priest River in the next couple of days. What you like to see, though, Nick, is those girls that were in last night, they were in the heat of the battle with Grangeville, and here they are tonight going, hey, there's nothing we haven't seen. So you got Peyton Story, you've got Bella Schillereth, you've got the rest of these girls and the seniors, and of course Jordan Stutzky still not able to play, but Michaela Groth right there with the shot. You can see they're sort of mentally elevating their games.
Absolutely, and we're looking forward to Stutzky being back on the court next week. Talking injury report, sounds like it's just a mild sprain, so she's working through that, getting a little bit of rest this week, and then hopefully she's back on the hardwood next week.
How about Danny right there on the boards? She looks pretty fresh too. So she got a little bit of a rest last night while Coach Nearing. Our TV's not on, Nick. I was gonna say, gosh, I can't see anything down there. I usually look to the TV, so we're gonna turn that on.
No, the girls look good. I mean, they're moving
ready.
The floor. Both teams seem to be moving up and down the court quite well. Need to settle down just a smidge and get into some offense. Still rolling goose eggs on the scoreboard, but we're just barely into the first quarter here. So
yeah, and of course I just got some feedback that the scoreboard, the virtual scoreboard, is not up, and I'm trying to figure out where that went. But I'm going to add that right now. I'm going to go.
Got a foul there on Orofino's Livy Johnson. Going to take it out the end line.
If it's
Peyton
working,
with a good crossover drive into the key.
there's a
Short right
pass.
layup.
Oh, Peyton Story, nice little
Yeah,
Euro
was it?
step there. Yeah. So the replay is up and going. You got to get back to the right camera. There we go. Just got to make sure we flip to the right camera because my default is to flip to the active camera. Right now we're on the GoPro, which really is, I have to say, Nick, it's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
If you're watching from afar, you're thankful to have that
Yeah, we're doing good.
in 1080p. we're talking K-Wall, George White. You just put your radio on and you tried to listen and imagine what was happening.
1080 on the AM.
That's right. Silver Dollar Radio. 620. And we're gonna get a little
get a
back
body?
court. Yeah, a little back court. Maybe a hold. And Nick, the Orofino Maniacs are in foul. I mean, Wildcats are in the bonus, so that's a good sign if you're a coach and it's first quarter and you're up 5-2 and you're getting into free throw shooting. And I would love to have Miss Regina here at the line. She's a shooter.
There you go. Good form. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I mean, not for the Maniacs, but it's good for the Vandals. For the Vandals to get to the line. Watch too much. I know.
You shifted to Vandals.
We'll do the Big Sky.
I was thinking Ella, and I was thinking, well, Colton had a pretty good game today for the Vandals, and that's her cousin.
We'll do the Big Sky recap later.
Yeah,
but
we can chop up the Big Sky.
No, it's good for the girls to get to the line early in the game.
So 6-2. After a 0-0 for about 4 minutes, we have a little bit of a scoring explosion here, and it's 6-2. And, Nick, let's talk about the implications of this game. I think right now the Wildcats and the Maniacs are 3 and 4 in the standings. And the unique part about it is Orofino, this is their last CIL game. So they got to get a win here, and they got to hope that Kellogg loses against Priest River. But more than that, they have to beat Kellogg. I think at least this part of my projection. Kellogg beat Orofino by 14, I think, as Orofino gets that's Diffin on the transition. And so, I mean, they really have to beat Kellogg by, I think, 14 plus get a Kellogg loss to overtake them for third place. So we'll see how this kind of develops through the night.
Yeah, this is a lot different than I'm used to. You know, it used to just be wins and losses,
Yeah.
and then maybe tiebreakers on the wins and losses. But with point differentials now and other things going on, it's a little bit of a different game for me to follow.
I mean, the tiebreaker, that's the thing. The tiebreaker is head-to-head. So Kellogg beat Orofino.
Yeah.
That's great. But if Orofino beats Kellogg tonight, then the head-to-head's a moot point.
Yeah.
And then if Kellogg doesn't take care of business against Priest River, which will be at home, which is a good thing for Kellogg. Worst case scenario really for Kellogg is we're tied with Orofino, but we beat them by 14. So tonight we got to, I mean, as a coach, you don't say this. We got to lose by less than 14. That's not a mindset a coach gets into, but in reality, that is what it boils down to. So we'll see if these girls can steady the ship, and right now they have. So far, they are up 7-4, Nick.
No, they're looking good on both ends of the ball, getting a little over the top of their skis on the defensive end, playing defense. Need to watch some of that baseline help that slides over, playing man-to-man, and then make sure that, the free throw line extended folks are rotating down and just covering the easy lanes. So there's no easy buckets, that kind of stuff.
I was pretty interested last night in Coach Mike Martin, of course, mixed up man-to-man, 2-3 and 1-3-1, while the Wildcats faced the Grangeville Bulldogs. But Grangeville kind of stuck in that 2-3. They kind of said, hey, you're going to have to beat us. And it worked for a long time, but then Kellogg kind of figured it out. You got to be patient, take your points where you can get them.
Absolutely. The first half was a little stagnant on both ends. Points were being scored, but it wasn't really until the second half that Kellogg finally got the ball movement that they needed to break that 2-3 zone down, get Grangeville Bulldogs out of position, and then really start getting easy drives, easy lands, and then off those drives, those kickouts for long shots for threes.
That three, I can only tell by her shoes. That's Melina Munoz, who is not on the varsity roster but has floated. But when she put up that three, I was like, who is that? Number 40. I don't have a 40 on my roster, but if you look at the JV roster.
No, you are right.
Yeah, Melina Munoz, who's just stepped into this varsity game fearlessly, and so she doesn't get 2 but 3 free throws. Missed the first, and now she's going to have a chance to make 2 out of 3. I'm impressed. The underclassmen are just – they don't have fear, Nick. Nope. That's what I like. She missed that one, 7-6. Here come the Maniacs. We're still in the first quarter. Simon Miller and Nick Furlan, a.k.a. Nikki G. I just got a call from Danny Kinnan. I couldn't take it, Nick, because we're live.
What'd Coach have to say?
He says the scoreboard disappeared. I don't know where that's going. It did disappear. Let's see if we can get it back. Oh, it's on. Let's see if we can get that back. Let's go to this one. get out of studio mode. We are back. And thank you to Coach Kenyon for getting us clued in that clock was disappearing while we shifted to one of the camera scenes we haven't used a lot before this year. And now we're back here. We got commentary and clock. Hopefully people have been able to keep track. Michaela Groth with a 3 there, Nick. It's 11-8. So I would say a successful quarter for the Wildcats coming off of last night.
Yeah. No, they came out strong, for sure. Not lackadaisical. It's looking good. Well, you know.
Yeah, and if you can get Danny Hendrickson kind of untracked, then you're up 20-8. So a lot of the youth stepping in, taking control here.
Yeah, and that helps that helps the whole team. You know, with everybody being able to step up, especially the bench players, you're able to get people some rest, keep the legs fresh. And let them see things from a little bit different angle. It looks a lot different when you're watching it rather than playing it. So she might, Danny and Bella and the gals might pick up something sitting on the bench and be able to put it to good use here in the second quarter.
And Nick is somebody who's seen, I'm going to say, more hours of volleyball than most humans will ever experience.
Or at least admit.
You can see the development. You can see the confidence. You can see the adjustments, and you can see the mentality of the girls as they go. With being dad of 2 girls, you can see that sort of evolve as they go.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think we got the scoreboard fixed. Thank you to Danny, the Bulldog Kenyon, for our producer, our remote producer. He says, hey, that scoreboard's disappearing. I think we got that back up. We're still on the GoPro, waiting for Buck Coe to arrive. Wildcats, Nick, the ball movement is even a steal there. The ball movement much better.
It's really
They're
good.
moving the ball around. It's fast paced. They're not sitting around waiting for something to happen. So we got 11-8. Wildcats still up by 3. Getting into the post. That's number 21, Olivia Johnson, and number 22, Caitlin Curtis, also some size. So the Wildcats, you haven't seen it really up until that point, Nick. You haven't seen Orofino really try to expose the Wildcats' interior defense.
No, and that's going to be tough to front for Leah. You know, there's a solid size difference, and she had the jump on her on the way to the baseline.
You know who doesn't care though? Munoz.
Yeah.
She'll defend anybody. Mm-hmm. She just needs to be told where to go, and she's not going to be as tall as the typical post player. But
that's all right though.
She has not a fear bone in her body. She is ready to go. So 11-10 now. See if we can keep things going for the Wildcats. Nice steal there, a little turnover. Here comes Michaela Groth, the senior. You got to like that. She's going to kind of take control.
Nice pass by Ella. Down low. Nicely done.
And who was that?
That's Peyton.
Peyton McKinley. And so, that's a great combination of leadership and youth. We'll try to replay that in split and see if we get it. I think we did. And another steal. Guess who? Munoz. Right in the thick of the action down there. This girl does not take a play off. Kind of a lot like Peyton Story. See a lot of this. And then Aaliyah Phil. Oh, we got to switch that back. See, that's the thing. My replay goes back to. I got to go back to the right camera. Let's see if we
last
get
few
it there.
possessions, the Wildcats have really done a good job exposing that baseline.
Yeah. And so the real kicker right here for us right now, Nick, from a production standpoint, is when I do a replay, the replay automatically kicks back to the moving camera, which we don't have. So people are like, what are you looking at? But now we're back to the GoPro. I mean, we still got 30 viewers, so people haven't quit on us yet.
Not yet. They might be watching it with the mute on, but
they might be going like, turn these guys off. Gotta put the scoreboard back up. We'll get there. I still think it's better than NFHS. You're more than willing to flip back over to that if you'd like.
I will solidly pass.
To the Robo AI cam, which will get the cheerleaders oftentimes more than the pace of play.
Yep.
But Diffin with the made free throw there. You know, I've enjoyed watching Riley Diffin play. She's not only a force in basketball, but quite impressive as a volleyball player.
Yeah.
She's really left a really big mark. You know, she'll be missed by Orofino as she graduates, but what a good athlete. What a good player.
Oop. There we go.
Munoz just doesn't panic. You know what I like about these young girls, Nick, is they love to pass.
Where we at?
I get it, travel. They'll turn it over here and there, but they love to look for their teammate. And I think that's going to be a big positive going forward. So what do you have on the floor right now, Nick? You got Philp, you got Regina, you got Munoz, and Peyton. Those are 4 freshmen and a senior.
And a senior.
I mean, and you're up 2. So.
And a pretty clean.
Yeah,
clean game.
It's not bad.
With
basketball.
the girls being in,
no, it is.
They're playing pretty well together.
Yep.
Right. I mean, you expect this with the 4 freshmen. They probably played quite a bit together in their career with them being the same age.
If anything, it's like for Groth, it's an opportunity to step up. And
but it looks like she's been able to. I mean, she's working really well with the freshmen. I mean, she's only got a year under her belt with them. We're getting towards the end of the season, so it's it should be a little bit more second nature, but. It looks pretty good. They look like they know where they're supposed to be. They know what's going on, like you had mentioned.
Yeah.
The ball movement, eyes being up, being able to see some of those backside and baseline cuts.
I mean, there are a couple of just out of the last 8 possessions, 2 or 3 buckets going in to their confidence just going through the roof. Yeah. I mean, they're not afraid of anything, but they definitely need some confidence. Like, hey, I can make a shot from here. I can. And that just comes from experience.
And they're getting some good confidence on the defensive end. That's Riley's a heck of a player, especially a post player. And so for Peyton to go toe to toe with her on the block, Peyton's just got to remember to keep those feet on the ground, stand up tall, just watch the easy fouls. But they're doing well.
That's a great free throw there by Diffin. Great shot, good fundamentals, good backspin, good follow through. Most of the time, those are going to go in and out there. Of course, I jinxed her just like I jinxed Regina. So Ella's going to try to figure things out here. But look at that. These girls are aware. They know what's going on. They know what they want to do. Munoz follows her shot, gets 2 chances at it.
But good for her, though, on that second chance. Kept the ball. She caught the ball high, kept the ball high, didn't bring it down where you got a bunch of hands slapping at it and everything and put it right back up.
There's a lot of positives.
A little strong on the second chance, but and those are going to start dropping.
Yep. And Orofino, of course, taking advantage there, and they are now on at least a 4-0 run, up 14-13 now. Wildcats going to take a timeout. Coach Jana going to say, hey, gather him up again. And Danny's been out. Danny's not in foul trouble. I think she's just getting a breather, but I like the timeout. Coach Jana's going to say, hey, okay, here's what we got to do. We just gave up 4 points. We were up. 13-10, 13-8. Now we're down 14-13. Here's what we got to do. Kind of the Wildcats. And Nick, last year they didn't even have a JV program.
Yeah.
So you've got JV girls now, and you've got a couple that you're floating up
to
the varsity level.
That JV experience is so critical.
Yep.
To be able to come in and if nothing else, if not for the experience, be able to build your program. So typically at the high school level, the JV is going to run the same sort of defensive sets and offensive sets. And so by the time they get up into the varsity level, all those plays that Coach Nearing is working with, that's going to be second nature. And that she might be able to, if the girls are to the point where they've got enough court presence, let them loose, right? Yeah. Let them play a little one-on-none and see what happens with taking the ball to the hole and just doing a little bit, cut and dish, amoeba style sort of offense, and just let them play and see what happens.
And now you've got 2 seniors, 3 freshmen, and I'm looking down there as you're talking, Nick, talking about coaching. Coach Jana's got her nephew Graydon Nearing down there, so you've got a good staff that can kind of cultivate these girls and get them confident and going. And there's Aubrey with a nice post, kind of a high post floater down to the block. Good vision to see her and get her the ball.
And good take by Aubrey too.
Yeah. I think Aubrey has so much ability. I think that her personality, though, is one of, it's not passive, but it's not aggressive.
well, it's stoic.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think there's
If you can get her kind of
you don't necessarily see it on the outside, but
Right.
every once in a while you'll see her.
Yep.
You'll see it on the inside.
Just
while
like that, stoically knocking down 2
Yeah.
free throws. And okay, we're okay.
Yeah.
15-14 Cats.
She's smiling on the inside.
Yeah,
folks.
she is.
Just dropped 2.
Got to get that rebound there, though.
gotta-
if you're Kellogg. Diffin, of course. Diffin's
Yeah.
going to be in the middle of everything.
Yeah, and that's where Kellogg's going to have to work too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially in those quick buckets that need to get down. Even if when they're playing man, they got to get down and just find a position and be able to block somebody out.
Yep.
Might not be whoever you're supposed to be guarding there, but just get a
and
body on
get her nose for
somebody
the ball,
and be able to. Aubrey needs to stay tall right there.
Yeah, Diffin kind
She
of
did a
bodied
good job
her a little bit, and Aubrey
She
just
did.
said, okay, but I'm not going to give up.
We're going to get 3 in the key and go the other way.
So 15-14 now, just 3 minutes left in the first half. I would, Nick, if I'm going to grade these girls out, I mean, last night was a tough ask.
Yeah.
And that one's just a tough all-around thing. You know, Grangeville's probably ranked in the top 3. They're contending for state. And Kellogg is so young, but tonight I'm going a solid B, maybe B plus so far.
Yeah,
We'll see how this rest of this half goes.
I give them a solid B plus. I mean, especially I've played in those games. They're tough to come back from, right? They're tough to play in and then tough to come back from.
Come back on a Saturday
and the girls have done a good job, pretty much forgetting yesterday. Right?
Yep. I agree.
They have shown really no remembrance of yesterday. It's not a different team. They're playing really well together tonight.
I think resilience is a quality that isn't engaged enough, and I think these girls are beyond resilient. And I think so far tonight, I'm giving them a B plus.
Oh, there's that height.
Yeah, I can't go A minus because there's a couple things where if they would have just done, they'd probably be up 5-6 points. But this is a B plus. They're right there.
No, and they're good. And now you can see Coach Nearing switched over. She's rocking a 2-3 now on the other side.
Yep.
And so we'll have to watch how Orofino swings that ball around. Those 2 defenders at the top of the key are gonna start getting a little gassed. We'll watch how the wings, low post wings, come out and help that. How everybody rotates.
One thing I do love, Nick, is we're talking about some nuances in the game, but like I said last night, when the young players got put in, the young girls got put in, you could not tell by the countenance on their face playing that they were down 50 or up 10. And I think that's huge.
Nice.
Who is that?
Michaela for 3 in the corner.
We're going to capture that, see if we can get that on replay. Michaela Groth, the senior, with a 3 from the corner. We do get it right there.
Yep.
Big bucket there for the Wildcats. We'll try to switch it back to the right camera here.
Be strong.
That's the one problem with my automated production is when we switch one variable, and that's what Danny was saying, the clock's gone, you go to replay, which is another variable, and then you try to switch back, and it's usually somebody up there working the camera, but tonight we don't have that yet. But I think we have a good enough, we were talking, Nick, we're sporting right now as Diffin puts in that free throw there. She's just a competitor. We have a 1080p wide-angle camera up there right now in commentary.
Yeah.
Most people would have had to tune in to 6:20 a.m. or their affiliate and listen to us talk, try to visualize it for people.
Yeah.
So I think we're doing okay.
Yeah.
I mean, NFHS, you can always switch to that too.
We'll just hold it right there.
Yeah, I feel like this is a good alternative. Groth is feeling it. She's going to try to get baseline attack mode there. She's going to get pushed. And we are at 1:24 left in the first half with the Wildcats just kind of clinging to a 1-point lead against their CIL rival opponents, the Orofino Maniacs.
Back in the corner, Michaela.
She's going to try for, she tried for 2. She almost got the deflection off the corner of the backboard.
Yeah.
It's going to stay to Kellogg next, so it's kind of a
floated
game possession. Yeah. Michaela's kind of, I think she kind of smelled blood there.
Yeah,
she was like, I just got one of these. I'm going to get another one.
She did. You should just square up, come underneath yourself. She floated it.
Oh, my gosh. Aaliyah Phillips going to say, okay, you can do it. I can do it. We'll get her on the replay as well. I just got to make sure I switch it back to the right.
Nicely done.
Phil just
not only did she just smash a bucket from deep, but that little giggle on the way back just to let everybody know that
it's fantastic.
Not only did she know it was going in.
I just, I love that she didn't even think about it.
Nope.
She got the ball. There's a three. I'm pulling the trigger.
Behind the line.
I think the future is pretty bright here for Kellogg. I think that, you always think like youth. I can't even imagine me as a freshman playing for my varsity team. I mean, they were really good. But even as a sophomore, it was almost like that inheritance, right? You kind of accept it. As freshmen and sophomores, you're on JV, unless you were just a superstar. And then even as a sophomore, if you were on varsity, you might get a few minutes. But to think that we have 3-4 freshmen playing at the varsity level right now, we got some injuries. Jordan Stutzky, hoping she gets healthy. But these girls are not hesitating.
We've talked about it all first half, playing very unselfishly, taking good shots, not quick shots. They're moving the ball around well. They seem to be settling into the 2-3 zone well now, too.
Up by 4.
I mean, they're rolling. It looks good.
Now, Phil, she's just like saying, I got to get to the bucket again.
Nice look. Little rugby scrum.
Almost.
Almost.
Munoz, of course, right in the middle of everything. I only can see her because she's got those aqua-colored shoes. Thank goodness that all these players have these. I'm going to sound like an old person now, but all these loud-colored shoes. When we couldn't even wear black shoes, that might not be a team thing. You got to wear white, These girls got every color under the sun. Oh, get it up. Get it up.
Oh.
So, and that's another thing, Nick, as we go to halftime. Just the clock awareness right there. Good awareness, good coaching. Players aware of what's happening. That's a positive. I can't tell you how many times I've seen dribble, 5 seconds left, dribble. Oh, the buzzer went off. Oh, no, I forgot.
Once again, that's just a testament to the girls playing with their head up, too, right?
Yep.
You get in that dribble, head down, no court awareness, no clock awareness, no clock management, and they end up holding the ball and not getting the last shot off.
Yep.
And at least that was a little bit of a hiccup, but still managed to get the pass off and get a decent chuck.
Yep. All right, well, Nick and I could use a break. We're going to regroup, and I think we've survived this half thus far quite well. Evaluating us. I know it's not objective, Nick, but we could use a break, and there's no band. So we're going to send you to many of our awesome sponsors. We hope that you will stick with us and see those as well. And if not, get us back here in about 9 minutes. Thanks for watching Wildcats Live. We'll be right back. NASCO is a loyal Wildcat activity supporter and Kellogg-based construction management company. Their primary focus is supporting our military through the performance of multi-million-dollar federal construction contracts. NASCO has a long history in the Silver Valley, where their home office has been based for more than 25 years. They have enjoyed continued growth and now have multiple satellite offices nationwide. To date, they've worked on over 50 military bases and performed more than 4,000 construction projects across the United States. NASCO has had the privilege of working with the U.S. Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs to plan, develop, and complete their new visitor center, which will both serve as a designated Colorado Welcome Center and illustrate a day in the life of cadets through interactive exhibits. NASCO provides support to our military through the construction of essential facilities used to train, prepare our soldiers, and enhance our nation's warfighting readiness. NASCO is proud of their Silver Valley roots and is actively involved in local community events and activities. You can find them on the web at nascousa.com. Wildcats Live would like to thank NASCO for being the original gold level supporter and proud partner. Thank you, NASCO, and go Wildcats. Purple and gold through and through. Shoshone Glass has been serving the home and auto glass and glazing needs of the Silver Valley and North Idaho for more than 50 years. With 3 generations of family expertise and community loyalty, they have a well-earned reputation for hard work and excellence. No matter what your needs, you can rest easy knowing that your project will be handled quickly and professionally. From energy-efficient windows and sliding glass doors to bath enclosures and mirrors and a comprehensive auto glass service as well. Let the experts at Shoshone Glass take care of your home, auto, and business needs by calling 208-783-1159 or going to shoshoneglass.com. Go Wildcats! North America's premier silver mining and refining company and headquartered in Denver, Colorado, Sunshine Mining and Refining is a precious metals production, development, and exploration company primarily focused on silver. Their namesake project, the Sunshine Complex, is 100% owned by SSMRC and is North America's only vertically integrated silver complex. Located in the mining-friendly Coeur d'Alene Mining District in Idaho, the Sunshine Complex is composed of the Sunshine Mine and Sunshine Refinery, located in the heart of the Silver Valley, Kellogg, Idaho. Sunshine Silver Mining and Refining support many local endeavors and are Wildcats Live Gold level sponsors. Check out their website at sunshinesilvermining.com to learn more. Go Wildcats! With over 55 years of business in the greater Silver Valley and beyond, Watts Appliance is your go-to place for all things appliance sales and service. Watts Appliance is 4 generations family-owned and operated and has the inventory and know-how to handle all of your appliance needs. Not only will the team at Watts guide and recommend from their impressive inventory, but they also service any purchase if and when the need arises. In addition to appliance sales and service, Watts also specializes in commercial refrigeration sales and service. So head on down to 3 North Division Street in Pinehurst, not just to see their iconic seasonal window displays, but to let Sherry, Brock, and the Watts team let you know what's up. Wildcats Live would like to thank Sherm, Luana, Sherry, Brock, and the rest of the Watts family, not just for the exceptional service, but for their endless support of Kellogg High School activities and Wildcats Live. Operating out of Pinehurst, Idaho for over a decade, Jim's Towing is a second-generation family and Wildcat alumni owned and operated business that loves helping out in all areas of the Silver Valley and beyond. Jim's Towing Service, LLC, is more than just a 24/7, 365 towing and basic roadside assistance company. They are a team that will be there when you need them the most. Whether you are stranded on Interstate 90 or up the North Fork of the Coeur d'Alene River, or maybe just at the grocery store in town, Brandon and the Jim's Towing team are on the job. Do you need a jump start? Flat tire at the worst possible time? Give the team at Jim's Towing a call. Did you secure your vehicle a little too well, locking your keys safely inside? Rest assured, Jim's Towing will be there to help you out without damaging your vehicle. Jim's Towing is not just the only AAA provider in the Silver Valley, but they're also your neighborhood U-Haul dealer, offering great service for your moving and hauling needs. In addition to vehicle services, you will see the team at Jim's Towing supporting many local groups and endeavors. Thank you, Brandon and Jim's Towing, for your support of Wildcats Live. Once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat. From plywood to paint, tools to trim, they have it all, or they can order it in just a few days' time. Kellogg Lumber Company is a veteran-owned business that has been supplying the Silver Valley with quality building materials to contractors, builders, and homeowners for 4 generations. Personal service and knowledgeable staff make Kellogg Lumber the right choice for your next project. With 50 years buying experience, let Steve and the knowledgeable crew at Kellogg Lumber use their many well-established vendors to source the materials you need for the right price and delivered on time. Kellogg Lumber, more than just lumber for 4 generations. Hometown proud sponsors of Kellogg Wildcat Athletics and Wildcats Live. right, we are back. Wildcats Live. Simon Miller, Nikki G. Furlan. Still GoPro as the cameraman. We're going to work with it. And you know what, Nick? The Wildcat girls are working with it too. They've got some injuries they're dealing with. They've got a lot of youth out there. They got multiple freshmen. They're up 21-7.
I like it. First half was a really good half for the girls. Really excited to see what Coach Nearing has come up with. The halftime pep talk as well as the halftime layout or any adjustments she wants to make. And we'll
Absolutely. You know, one thing too, Nick, I'm looking down at Coach Nearing. She looks relaxed.
She looks way more
She's
relaxed than she did last night.
These girls they got it figured out. Like, I just got to kind of direct them. She's got Gus there. She's got Graydon. She's got Megan. But tonight it feels like we can do this. We're going to do it. So this is good stuff. Orofino came to play. You know, they've got some stake in the game as well. Coach Dave Olive and Melina Johnson, not to be confused with Melina Munoz.
Yes, indeed.
For the Wildcats. You just got to look for those turquoise shoes. She is on the bench. Probably someone said, hey, get some rest. And she's probably like, just get me back in there. Like, I don't want to sit down here. But the Wildcats going to try to get it into Danny Hendrickson. If they don't, they'll pop it out and see if one of these freshmen can continue knocking down shots.
Orofino maybe made a smidge of an adjustment. Looks like a 1-2-2 from Orofino. So we'll see how the Wildcats respond to that.
And that's a good rebound there by Curtis. She's got some height and some length down there. And she's got to kind of assert herself.
Cats are still rocking a 2-3 as well as far as zones going. So zone on zone for the defensive end.
We got open gym happening out here on the balcony. We might have to bring one of the boys in here and give us some insight. Just put them on the spot.
We can do it.
We got another headset. Of course, Diffin's going to get the ball in the paint there and put it up. She's going to just say, hey, I dare you. Foul me and I'll go to the line. Riley Diffin. I think I've said Riley Diffin's name 1,000 times, and I say that with respect. She is just a competitor, Nick. Volleyball, basketball. She is just always right in the middle of everything. Orofino. Got the first one.
Got the members bounce.
Yep. And Bella Schilleriff, last night's player of the game, sponsored by the Beanery, into the game for the Wildcats, and she's going to try to put an imprint on this game. Diffin's going to try to make the second one. She doesn't. I don't think she got rimmed.
Nope.
I think she missed everything there, so it's going to be Wildcats underneath.
But for what it was worth, it was a great box out by the girls down low on the block.
Yep. Ooh, Groth, that's a cardinal rule right there as a point guard. Do not pick your dribble up unless you know what you're going to do with it.
Nope.
She got away with it there, and Wildcats turn it over regardless. Ooh.
Little walkie-walkie.
You can have 2.5, but you cannot have 3 steps. YBL, you might be able to get rid of that or get away with it. Look, I like how Philp is down here. Just these girls are. I really like the youth for Kellogg. I just feel like that there's no fear at all. They're like, we are. There's some turnovers, but there's no fear.
You gotta look.
Michaela's got to keep her dribble here.
Oh, there's a great flash by Peyton up to the free throw line.
Is this a 2-3, Nick?
No, they're still kind of doing this sort of modified 1-2-2.
Yeah.
That top.
Where they can
the top
kind of
girl, the number one is kind of
flexing.
They're sliding out.
Yep.
And so they're keeping the point at the top, and if it goes to the corner, they're getting that high post or that free throw line extended wing is taking it.
And if I'm coaching, Nick, I'm going to counter that, and I'm going to put 2 up top. I'm going to always counter the front of the defense and get
swing it.
Odd number it.
Oh!
That's Peyton's story.
Story.
Cash in, Peyton.
Making it rain.
We're going to get a replay on that, hopefully, and I will try to remember to split it back to the GoPro. Still going on the GoPro tonight.
Danny down low, up strong. Nice defense there by Danny Hendrickson, staying tall there on Caitlin Curtis. Caitlin's got, 2 or 3 feet on her. I don't know how tall that gal is, but
yeah, she's got some height.
She's got some range, for sure.
Was it 21-18 at half, Nick? we just have a 3, right,
yeah,
so far?
Just a 3.
Just want to make sure I'm keeping track of as many stats as possible
Well,
while controlling the video.
Different
Danny
you might have missed one for Orofino. Didn't she get one in on a free throw? Maybe not.
Maybe. Regardless, 24-18. Cats that's a big
Down
3 by
low.
Story.
Oh.
Really like to see Nick Peyton getting some offensive success because she has the mindset. She has a scorer's mindset. Sometimes she just I want to say sometimes her athleticism gets ahead of her brain.
Yeah.
And she's kind of starting to sync everything together, and it's only going to get better. She has been fearless the entire season, just stepping into that varsity role.
And she's doing a good job right now on defense, keeping Diffin kind of or staying abreast of where Diffin's even at.
You can see she knows what's happening. If you watch Peyton, her head,
it's on a swivel.
It's constantly moving. She is on top of it. She's playing good defense. 24-18, Wildcats now with a 6-point lead here, almost halfway through the third quarter. Simon Miller here with Nick Ferlin. We're Wildcats Live. We typically have somebody up in the K-Wall crow's nest, which I don't know how 2 humans ever inhabited that booth, but God bless George White and Paul Robinson. They did so. Oh, that's a good take there, Nick.
Yeah, good.
Who is that? That's Sienna Tondvald from
Sierra Tondvald.
Yeah, Sierra. That's a good take.
Good take by her. It was a good step up by Danny. Just a touch late.
Yep.
Getting there. Feet weren't set.
And number 22 for Orofino, Caitlin Curtis. We've talked about her height. She's just a junior, so she's going to be back next year. Tondvald needs to try to get the free throw to go here to get the Wildcats back in offensive rhythm. Got the brakes on the table here. Coach Kenyon is in the house.
0 for 2 for Tondvald from the line. Can't quite. Looks like we were calling it a jump.
This is where we go to the new edition. If we can't see what's going on, we just go up here to the
nice throwback. The
live cam, and that 4K GoPro is helping us out here as long as I can figure out when to switch to what camera. I think Buck is on his way. We can, if that happens, we'll grow that even more, but right now we're just kind of surviving. Orofino with the ball underneath. Oh, guess who?
Yeah.
Yeah. She finds her way into the middle of everything, I'm telling you. It's Riley Diffin. She is a competitor. Wildcats up 24-18, Nick. Doing well defensively, holding Orofino to 1, maybe, if any, points this half. Diffin's going to try to say, no, she's in and out on that one.
Yeah. Kellogg's doing a good job. They've been on this end of the floor for a while now. They need to flip the field a bit.
And we're joined by your counterpart, Nick. The heart of Wildcat golf is here tonight, and head coach Danny Kenyon. And he's been watching from a remote location that will not be disclosed. But he's been watching, so he knows what's going on. So, Danny, what do you think so far?
I think the girls are coming out of a slump, obviously. Losing to Wallace really hurt. But the girls they've got a defensive game going right now.
Yeah, they're fighting. Nick and I have been talking about how these girls, they couldn't care less about what the score is. They look the same whether they're last night, of course, using the example. They look the same whether they're down 10 or down 40. And Danny's got he's got a fan section already.
Oh, Lisa Cheney down there?
Yeah, so
she's probably one of my biggest fans.
Okay, so Lisa, she was the AD, got me back into coaching golf. So, and it's 24-18 still, Nick. Feels like there hasn't been a lot, but defensively the Wildcats have mixed it up plenty.
We're
double bonus.
What are we at on the court for the Wildcats? Freshman, senior.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, I like that. I like that They're just saying.
Back to the Fab Four.
Yeah. Hey, get out there and get it done.
Is that a Beatles reference? I love it.
Couldn't go Fab Five.
We're still trying to figure some things out. If only we had taken a replay,
Well,
we could have had them go
I
down
think what's
to the
going on is
hood.
I think one of the refs called a miss on the free throw. I'm not sure. I don't know if he thought it missed rim or what we're doing. And so now
we're going to go to jump.
That's all right. Still Kellogg's ball.
That's going to go to Kellogg, and that will mean Michaela's still in there. Michaela's running the show.
Yep.
She's got 4 freshmen. She's saying
she's got points. She's been doing
let's
good
go.
with them, like we talked about in the first half.
She has. She's been a good
really well with them.
shepherd of these youngins. Bella's got to be careful down there and don't get trapped. She gets a travel. I mean, still 24-18. You're not hemorrhaging at this point. You're just not. You're not scoring, and you really need to, but they don't care. These girls don't care if they haven't scored for 3 possessions. They're look at that. Bella Regina, hand on the ball, active hands, active feet. I think that's why Coach Jana is so relaxed. She's got these freshmen in there. She's like, hey, these girls know what they're doing.
That's kind of weak. I'm putting that out there. That was a weak foul.
Wildcats Live, we love our referees, but Coach Bulldog, he's going to bring it when he's here. So
I'm all about sportsmanship and good calls, but I mean, that was kind of weak.
Let
him play.
And guess who's at the line, guys? This is Riley Diffin. She's in the middle of everything. She just is. She's going to make these now. I'm going to say it's going to be worst case scenario 24-20.
Yeah,
and Wildcats are going to have to generate some offense here.
Yeah, we got to get back to the other end of the floor.
Yeah.
You know, it's essentially a 180 flip from what we were talking about in the first quarter with, Orofino getting in foul trouble early and getting Kellogg to the line, and now we've sort of flipped the script there, and it's showing.
That's a nice entry pass. Philp kicked it. I would have liked to see her shoot that. Good ball movement.
By Elliott.
How about the ball movement, guys?
Done.
They're just unselfish and they're moving the ball around. That's what you do.
We haven't seen a lot of ball movement in the last few weeks, so we needed something to improve.
Yeah, I mean they're coachable. Make sure we get back to the right camera because we don't. We're adjusting tonight.
Bella with the body underneath.
Our remote producer Danny Kenyon, he called me. I told Nick, I go, I'm getting a call from Danny Kenyon right now, not a text, not a message, it's a call.
Well,
I go, it must be important. He's like,
no
scoreboard. I had to get that up there.
We had some fellow Kelloggians watching the game, and
we set the bar high. When we don't have that up there, these guys let us know, Nick.
Which is appreciative.
Yeah, I mean, it's good.
Well, they've come to expect nothing but the best.
You strive for excellence, and when you don't perform, people are going to let you know. Kyle Van Vliet wants to know whose idea it was for DK to be in the booth.
Tell Kyle to not worry about it.
Kyle should be wrestling right now. Shouldn't he be at the North Idaho Rumble?
Maybe he had a bye or a forfeit.
Kyle, you should be focused on wrestling right now, son.
We love you, though, kid.
We do. But Coach Kenyon does what he wants. Nobody tells Coach Kenyon. We need some more points here. I like that, too, that we got. 26-20, but by Ella, we got to get some more points here.
Oh, jump.
That's okay. Fighting for the ball. Alternate possession will go to the Maniacs. 3 minutes left to go here in the third.
Kellogg's still hanging tough,
yeah,
though. We got to remember,
big game. Yep.
There's been a lot of ball on this end of the court. A lot of folks at the free throw line, but Kellogg's still up 6.
2-3 zone.
Nice.
Oh, Bella. Oh, Bella had that. She was ready for it. Just couldn't gather it. Diffin's going to make her pay, but not. And I'd rather you chin that, but she's going to dribble it out. So Philp gets it down.
Kick.
Munoz with kind of a quick shot, but, I mean, no fear. There's no fear in any of these freshmen. That's the thing. You get what you get. Good defense, good rebound, and a quick shot. 26-20.
Baseline drive.
Shoot. Wrong camera. Here we go.
We have a great crowd tonight. And
this is a good, it's a pretty good crowd. And that's without the wrestlers. So, your student crowd is, maybe 15%. You'd like it to be 30.
And I mean, we've been missing the Renaissance man. He's in the band, and he's wrestling tonight, so the band might be a little weaker without Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle, the band is going to try to survive without you in the student section, but we appreciate you chiming in here. Philp gets the ball to the high post.
Nice
Look
movement.
at this movement. Yep. Get in there.
Shit.
Gosh, they deserved that. That was a good offensive set. 26-20. Third quarter. CIL implications here. This is the third and the fourth place team. They're kind of fighting.
Oh, Jennifer fast break.
Oh, she's going to go to her
Finish
left.
it.
And she's going to lay it up. Get in there, Ella.
Oh.
Capture that replay.
Nice
Let's hope we
take.
switch it back correctly. Ella Regina, coast to coast.
Nice take. Way to keep the defender on your hip. Keep her out.
Yep. Kind of Orofino saying, whatever, we'll score
all
two.
right.
So now we got a little offensive explosion happening here. Yeah. Ella's going to come back left side. There's Aaliyah. Nice entry.
Dish.
I'd like Bella to do a ball fake there. Like, she kind of went up right away. She could have done a ball fake, maybe up and under. 28-22. Under a minute here in the third. Orofino and Kellogg going at it.
Oh, there's that backside dish.
Oh, I got to get a rebound. So you had Groff and you had Munoz. They were both blocking out the same person. You got to get across and get, especially in a zone.
And a little overcommit on the defense there on the strong side. Allowed that backside pass to be there in that shot.
The zone is a good defense, but it's tough to rebound out of. You really have to be aware of where you're at.
And very disciplined.
Yep.
Right? I mean, it's all about, and so is a man defense, but it's a lot about help and rotation and just positional awareness.
Good job, Olivia Johnson, getting that rebound. She's going to get another free throw here. She makes the first, bringing it to a 5-point lead for the Wildcats. So she has a chance to close that gap to 4. Olivia Johnson, one of the seniors here for Orofino. And it is a 4-point game. It's 28-24. Guys, can the Wildcats stretch this to a 1 possession here? Get that last possession of the quarter.
It would be nice to see the Wildcats hold out these last 30 seconds. See if they can hold for the last shot this quarter.
You can tell they've been here before. They know what they're trying to do. Got a jump ball. That'll stay with Kellogg. So we'll count that as a consolation. So if they can get a good inbound play here and a quality shot, doesn't have to be right away, but it can be.
Yeah.
It's almost like Orofino's like, yeah, go ahead and put one up. We're going to get the last shot here. It's a 4-point lead. Did they call the foul? They did not call the foul there. We're going to see what they were looking at.
They must have
it was offensive foul.
Yeah.
So we're going the other way.
Here's our replay, picture in picture. She just kind of stood there and, offensive, great
technical there.
job. Yeah, the coach is saying, hey,
All right.
Get that back.
So now we went from
4-point
inbound on the ball. Aaliyah,
Yeah.
I think that last shot by Aaliyah, I think she was surprised that she was that wide open.
I do too. She was like, oh my gosh, I got
to put this up. And then just a quick little turn of events for the Maniacs on this. Come down, get the offensive foul, and then Coach Olive had a few words.
And sometimes you do,
I respect it.
Ella's got to
passion.
take your time there, Ella. Take your time and get that thing lined up.
Coach is sticking up for his girls and
follow through. Yeah, she missed them both. Sometimes it's harder to shoot that down there. It's like making a 3-foot putt with everybody watching. It's almost easier when nobody's watching and you just got a 5-footer and nobody's watching. That technical kind of put Ella on the spot there, but next time she'll knock them down.
And at the end of the day, it's still Kellogg's ball to inbound. Still got
get a chance for
6-5
last
seconds.
Shot. I know somebody who will take it. That's Melina. Well, Wildcats will at least go to the quarter here, the last quarter of the game, up by 4. And we will do the same. I was going to say we will take it down to the Wildcat Pep Band. They're not quite ready yet. Nonetheless, we'll take it down to an advertisement of one of our wonderful sponsors. We'll be right back. Thanks for watching Wildcats Live. With over 55 years of business in the Greater Silver Valley and beyond, Watts Appliance is your go-to place for all things appliance sales and service. Watts Appliance is 4 generations family-owned and operated and has the inventory and know-how to handle all of your appliance needs. Not only will the team at Watts guide and recommend from their impressive inventory, but they also service any purchase if and when the need arises. In addition to appliance sales and service, Watts also specializes in commercial refrigeration sales and service. So head on down to 3 North Division Street in Pinehurst, not just to see their iconic seasonal window displays, but to let Sherry, Brock, and the Watts team let you know what's up. Wildcats Live would like to thank Sherm, Luana, Sherry, Brock, and the rest of the Watts family, not just for the exceptional service, but for their endless support of Kellogg High School activities and Wildcats Live. Fourth quarter, gentlemen. Wildcats up by 4. Third place Wildcats, fourth place Orofino Maniacs. This is the last CIL game for the Maniacs. Kellogg still has Priest River coming this way next week. So if you're Kellogg,
is there another jump ball there on the baseline?
Looks like it. If you're Kellogg, you got to get this win. And if Kellogg is able to get this win, then the game against Priest River, I don't want to say it's meaningless, but third place is pretty much, I think, guaranteed. Possibly with a chance to fight for second if you beat Priest River. So.
Nice ball movement.
Peyton Story,
she
knows how to score it. Yeah,
nicely
get the ball to that young lady.
That's what the Wildcats need to get back to doing. Good, clean ball movement. Nice, solid defense. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just rally to the ball. Be strong. Hands up. And just keep doing what's been working for you all game. How's it going to go?
So defensively, really.
Offense, I was going to say.
Yeah. Defensively, the Wildcats have kind of hung in there.
Yeah.
Even though they're not putting a bunch of points up, they're playing good defense.
Yeah. Another offensive foul on Orofino.
You can see Danny Hendrickson back in the game. So now we have freshman, senior, junior, freshman. Still lots of youth on the court for the Wildcats right now.
3 in the key.
30-24. You just feel like, I mean, I feel like Peyton Story is ready to just bust out 10 points. I feel like she's right there. Get her the ball. Get the ball to Peyton Story.
Who do you guys have in your talks of player of the game this evening?
That's a boy. I'll tell you what. That is a nice left-handed, soft baby hook from Caitlin Curtis. And if they would do that all game long, she'd have 40 points. I think a lot of youth out there. I think Peyton Story's really the front runner, but you know who's had a really good game?
So let's not forget Munoz.
Munoz has been in the middle, but Nick, I wanted to bring her up last night, but she just didn't quite have enough where you noticed her. But Aaliyah Philp has quietly sort of been, and I guess I would go, I'd have to say Aaliyah Philp and Ella Regina. They haven't taken over the game, but they haven't given it away either.
They've helped kind of glue it together, though, right?
So when you got 4 freshmen on the floor, you've got to be pretty open and creative to who's doing their best to stand out. Because, I mean,
it's been,
if you're a freshman, you're playing a varsity game that matters. You're standing out regardless.
Well, and we're up here having a tough time picking one person. I mean, it really has been a solid team effort by the Wildcats tonight.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'd hate to give out 5 cards, players of the game, to the Beanery, but I don't think Sarah would have a problem with it. But let's see if somebody stands out here. Peyton Story really, it's Peyton Story's to lose.
She's solidly had a couple of clutch shots. I mean, for sure.
And just defense. Her motor never turns
yeah.
off. So I'm going to say Peyton, Melina, and Ella, really, then Aaliyah. So, I mean, they're all, there's one that's even par and the rest are one over.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And defense is going to matter. I don't know what just happened there. Kickball. And a replay, if I'm in time or not.
Did it?
Oh, somebody fell down or got pushed or.
Regardless, we'll take it.
Yeah, looks like
it's
it got
Kellogg's ball.
pushed.
So.
Danny's going to take it inbounds here. Give it to Regina.
Take it around.
Aubrey's
Left
going
for
to
three.
take that.
Oh, nice.
Hello, Aubrey Groff. Welcome to Player of the Game conversation.
Good start for the Wildcats here in the fourth quarter. They need to come out and get a few. Help get their confidence up, get a little blood pumping, get them moving around. Then again, there's Diffin. The rebound.
Yeah, she's everywhere.
Yeah, she is. And she's equally
She's
everywhere.
sneaky.
Yeah,
Sneaky
volleyball
everywhere.
too.
She's just kind of, you lose track of her for a second, then you just look where the ball's at. No, imagine that. There she is.
Yep. 33-26. I just forgot to switch it back to the GoPro again. Try not to let that happen again. Probably will, though. 6 minutes. Fourth quarter. Nice backdoor. Oh, that was great. That's good vision. And then the backdoor by Tonvald gets the 2. And just like that, it's back to 33-28, boys.
Ooh.
Yeah, a little ambitious there on the 3 by Story. Maybe a little too soon. You know, what was that? 5 seconds into the shot clock?
Yeah.
Up 33-28.
Yeah, a little uncharacteristic
Yeah.
for the Wildcats so far in this game. They've been solid about rotation.
Yeah.
Good passes, 3 or 4, getting those open looks.
You know, the funny thing is, the things you like about the freshmen, you can't turn them off.
No.
You know, you can't go like, Peyton, no don't look
But
at
that
the
was,
basket
I mean,
and shoot it.
as far as a shot, even though it was early, it was much more. It was a way more quality of a shot. You know,
Yeah.
that last
was
3,
open.
the 3 before that she took, it was a step back. She caught it. She didn't get her feet underneath her. Didn't have a real good base when she went up.
Yep.
And then that one was much better. So I mean, at least fundamentally, it was a better shot.
We got some Loverboy happening now in the house music.
I mean, I don't hate it.
I don't either, but I've heard it.
Turn
a
'em
lot.
loose.
We're gonna
Turn 'em
freshmen just
loose.
play
I
I
this
mean,
stuff.
let's let the freshmen, let's turn them loose.
Turn them loose.
You know, it could just be, let's turn them loose.
They got to do it their way.
Yeah.
So
Can't make this up.
5:40 to go. We're going to reset things here. Wildcats with just 1 team foul. Orofino with 3, if that comes into play. It's 33-28, and at half, I mean, it was 21-18. So the Wildcats have scored 12 to 10 for the Maniacs. So
Yeah, Kellogg's gonna start pressing. We're gonna have to watch and make sure that, you know, heaven forbid Orofino does break that. They got to get back on some defense.
that's a nice take. That was Waters for Orofino. I like that little being aggressive and just attacking the paint. She misses, and looks like the Wildcats going to get the ball on the
So
inbounds.
everybody's going to start pressing up the last 5.5 left.
It's going to get interesting.
It will get interesting. You know, watching the Wildcats last night against Grangeville, they did have a little bit trouble with this. They look a lot better tonight. That inbound to Peyton, she kept her head up. There was a lot of room. Saw that backside flash to midcourt, which is the easiest way to break
Well, you
that
know,
press.
Nick, they got plenty of exposure to this last night.
Yes, they did. And they had plenty
think
of cracks at.
They got some reps.
Plenty of cracks
this
at
is
it.
not the first press they've seen this
No.
weekend.
Well, Grangeville definitely threw the kitchen sink at them with press
And
last
just
night.
as we say that, we get a 5-second
5-second.
call. Peyton
Yeah.
not able to get the ball inbounds there. And 5:24, 33-28, just a 5-point game. This is going to come down to, you know, you got to make stops, and if you get a bucket, it's going to be gold. And there's a stop,
Ooh, nice.
and maybe a bucket.
Breakaway.
Danny's going to go coast to coast.
Oh,
And get hammered.
That'll be their 5th foul.
that'll be their 15th foul. Good strong take by Danny.
Let's go replay on that. Let's go full screen, see if we get that. Danny with the steal. right there anticipating from her low block defensive position. She's going to take it coast to coast.
Good job to take it all the way through, though.
Get a hard foul there, yes.
Could feel him coming down the stretch. Still took it up strong.
Good for Danny there. That's your. I was going to say that's your senior, but she's just a junior. So got to knock these free throws down, though. Take your time.
And if nothing else, take your time and just give the rest of the team a breather.
Yeah.
You got a little bit of time.
At least take 3 or 4 seconds here to shoot this.
You can control the time here.
And we'll take a make. There we go. Wildcats not going to press. They're going to fall back. Is this going to be a 2-3 still, Nick?
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yep.
Little 2-3 with the initial pickup there on the point.
Strong.
Try to get Diffin
Nicely
involved
done.
there. Guess who's got that board? Danny
Way to go, Danny. Way to stand in strong.
And she's going to dribble the ball up like a point guard. You got to love that. That's a coach's kid right there.
Nice dish.
Get in there.
Up strong. There you go.
You can't say enough good things about, well, first of all, Danny getting the rebound, taking it coast to coast, giving it off to Peyton, but Peyton missing that kind of, we call it a bunny.
Yeah.
But doesn't give up.
Didn't give up, got the rebound, was able to get the ball still high enough, kept it high enough so we didn't get slapped around under the basket, put it back up, and was able to draw a foul.
And
at least solidly got the front end of the two shots. Oh, get the bounce.
Gets them both, and
Deuces.
just like that, 8-point lead for the Wildcats. Oh, another anticipation by the senior right there. Michaela Groth gets it back, dumps it off. You just need one of those to go. That was Ella on her left side, on her strong side. You know, the Wildcat girls are just a bucket or two from kind of breaking through.
Opening it up.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, geez, I missed that, but man. Before long, they're going to make every one of these.
Last 2-3 possessions, great looks by the Wildcats.
Yeah. Diffin with
Orofino's
a shot there. Oh, Peyton couldn't come up with that. Look at who just doesn't give up.
Good follow by Diffin.
I'm going to give her a replay on that. That's good hard play. Maybe not. Maybe we'll go picture-in-picture. Maybe not. We'll go back. Might have got too quick on the trigger there. Good shot fake there.
No.
Yeah, that's good. I mean,
little push there by Sadie Oliver.
How about that?
But good dish. Good dish down low.
Shot fake by Peyton, dribble and dump.
Yeah.
Instead of just, hey, I'm open, I'm going to shoot this
and not only
three.
that, but Aaliyah making sure she stays deep in that block and catching it down, way down low. So, I mean, if nothing else, going straight up and going strong right there for an easy lay-in.
Good to see Phil knocking down the first one there. And Phil with the second. This will put them up 8. That's even 7 is pretty big. You just can't give up a 3, right? You just got to play good defense. Don't give up a cheap 2 here.
Waters taking it to the house.
I mean, that's not a cheap 2. They at least made her go to the line.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to stop that at
but
half court and pick that up, but that is. But credit to Maddie Waters, the sophomore, pushing the ball here. A lot of youth out there for both teams. I mean, and mixed in with some leadership, right? Mm-hmm. So you got, all these freshmen for the Wildcats, and you got Aubrey Groth and Michaela Groth and Danny Hendrickson. And then on Orofino's side, you got Livia Johnson and Riley Diffin kind of hurting these young Orofino Maniacs. Ooh, what do we get there?
She step out?
I don't know. Let's see if replay is going to work here. Got a missed free throw. Wildcats with the outlet.
A little quick by Aaliyah on that pass. Like her to get that rebound, make sure she chins that rebound and then makes a good pass with it. Danny with a little hug there on the sidelines.
So 37-30 here. It feels like these last 6 minutes have lasted 6 years. Both teams in the double bonus. Well, no, just Kellogg with Orofino with 5 fouls. Orofino with just 3. So. Wildcats going to stay in that 2-3 zone. Yep. Little hippity hop there. It's going to say a little skibbity, but I don't think that means what I want it to mean for anybody that might be watching. So we got Story in the backcourt here. Aaliyah Philp, and there's Michaela. So, and
nice breakaway by Peyton there.
Yeah, Peyton's gonna.
That was a good inbounds. Nice dish. Nice finish.
Love it. That's great.
Nicely done.
Nice job.
Elle did a great job sealing on that dump down low. Went up strong. And the lefty strikes. Ooh, a little bit of a late whistle. Come on.
Diffin trying to force it.
If you're gonna blow
kind of
it,
say,
blow
hey,
it.
you're gonna have to do something here. I think we're safe. I saw Buck just got here, so we're gonna see if we have. Oh, we do. We have Buck on camera up there right now, so we can. This is why we don't switch away from the GoPro. Like, this is why we don't change all the default settings, because once you get somebody up there on camera, and I tried last night. I think maybe I'd give myself a B, not a B plus. I'd give myself a B. If I would have had Buck, the cool part was we had Buck down here with Alex Cassidy. We had two Kellogg High School kids down here calling the game, and I was just trying to give them a good view from up there. So
Wildcats a little too aggressive on the rebound there. A little lane violation, so Diffin's going to get another crack at it.
I was going to say Diffin will make you pay, but she doesn't that time.
Watch the trap it.
Uh-oh. Guess who? Diffin's like, I'm not done here. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to get a replay on that.
But good job by Kellogg not giving up a dumb foul there. I mean, she had position.
Look at the hustle here by Diffin.
Yeah.
Forces that pass, gets a piece of it, then gets it, then gathers it and takes it.
Yeah, but
Wildcats got to be careful. Yeah, they got to be better. And we have a timeout. 7-point lead still. Wildcats need, trying to get a key W here.
Right in the heat of the moment.
In the heat of the moment. Gosh. Maybe this playlist is appropriate.
You can't make this up.
I mean, you can make it up.
Going to be Wildcat basketball with just under 3 minutes. I have to say it is. I like the GoPro. It's a great standby, but having Buck up there with that camera, it's all the systems in here are built to go back to this default view. So it's nice to have Buck up there. See if we can keep him up there for the boys' game. However, if Alex, I see Alex going up right now to join Buck. If Alex wants to come down here and Buck with you three and I go up there, or you two and I go up there and do the camera, we can do that too because I have a headset up there. So, and I'd like to see Buck. I like to have him run the production. He does a good job. Full court pressure. What the Wildcats going to do here out of that timeout? Diffin's going to body Melina Munoz and say,
no call?
You gotta stand your ground there, youngin'. And now Melina's gonna take it out from the sideline, gets it to Peyton.
Peyton push it. Nice screen.
Peyton wanted that three, but good for her for being disciplined. And they're gonna get a foul.
It's all right.
I think they got that pressure solved, the hard way, but they got it solved. And we need Peyton Story here to knock down a couple free throws. Get that lead just a little bit more.
Still a two-possession game.
First one perfect. Gonna get that girl hitting some golf balls.
Take all the girls.
Looked good, just not quite on target. 8-point lead from the Maniacs. Wildcats going to stay in that 2-3 zone. It's the one thing you really, I want to say don't foul, but you don't want to give up an easy bucket, but you don't want the clock to stop at this point.
Good job by the Cats on that to catch, got in the lane, saw Diffin dropping down to that low block, and were able to get at least a hand on it. Just gotta finish that through.
At the line here for the Maniacs is Paige Deo, a freshman.
A lot of youth out there.
Yeah, we got a lot of freshmen and sophomores and just a lot of underclassmen out there. She knocks them down. And so it's now, we got timeout or what do we got going here? Coach, or referee Donnie White is going to come over and say 32.
So they're going to get, what are we doing? They're just going to get Diffin with a warning for hitting the ball?
Yeah, maybe like a delay of game, but that really is to Orofino's advantage at this point. Yeah. They set up their press. We want the ball in Michaela Groth's hands. She can handle that, you would think. Good back reversal to the left side. Needs some help. Gets it from Regina. She's going to come back to her right. Gets it to Story, Story's got to be a little more composed when she gets it there. Here comes the Maniacs they're smelling some blood here. They can get some points. And they do. Diffin, that's going to be a 5-point game. You're looking at Coach Nearing. She might be looking to take a timeout here. She's looking over. Yep, here we go. I thought she looked over at her bench, Coach Gus, and said, maybe we get a 30 here. And good job by the Maniacs to get that steal or take it down. They got it down, guys, and got it to Peyton. And we've been a fan of Peyton being aggressive, but at this point, you want to be aggressive, but also be in control.
Yeah.
And right there, Peyton just kind of got a little ahead of herself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she just got to remember to keep that pivot foot, keep that ball chin. You can pivot in, turn around, face up, and then make that decision where you can dribble drive, you can kick, you can try and pass.
It's like you've seen with Peyton all year. You can see, I've used this expression multiple times, you can see her body is way ahead of her brain. She's like, I know what to do here, and I'm going to go do it. And it's like, okay, now I've realized.
It was the right decision, though. At the end of the day, that would have been the right decision had it been, just a second earlier.
Yep. So we got a good one here. 5-point game. Wildcats is going to try to get it in.
Ooh.
They just do. Got to get the ball moving.
We got to watch. Looks like a little bit of a reach there.
Yeah, Diffin's going to say, I'll make you prove it here.
She's going to make the Wildcats earn it tonight.
Bonus. Yep. Clock is stopped. If you're Orofino, you like that. It wasn't like an intentional foul. You're playing aggressive defense, and you're making Kellogg score with the clock stopped.
That's Diffin's 4th foul. You want her on the floor for that last 2 minutes.
For sure. Yeah, Diffin, I'm surprised that's only 4 for her. She's just involved in so many plays. Not that she's an aggressive fouler. She's just so active in the game. We got 1 for 2 there. So 41-35, back to 6. Here comes the Maniacs. Kind of giving a little token half-court pressure there. Here's Regina.
Get it.
2-3 zone.
Same team.
Okay, right here is where you got to be smart. You can see Phelps,
Good
immediately figures it out.
No rush, ladies. You got 30 seconds.
You got plenty of time.
You can see them talking this through. You can see them learning this on the go. This is good stuff.
Yeah, and you can see Orofino, really overextending up, way up past the 3-point line. So I wouldn't be surprised if Kellogg's able to get some dribble penetration just like that.
Take it deep and pass it back
out. And then get down low and really get the Maniacs out of position.
And I don't hate that shot by Story. because it was deep in the shot clock, and we almost got the rebound there. And are we going to get
right there?
We're going to get the jump. Okay, good. I was going to say, that shouldn't be a foul. That's hustle.
No, that was a great aggressive play. She saw the opening and took it and did it safely.
Let's take a look at that. There's good.
Nice little
poke. Munoz.
But it was a clean.
Right in the mix of everything.
Oh, nice.
Wow, that looked like a
So it
move
was
from
a
like
solid-
Monday Night Raw, like
solid-
WWF right there.
That was a full scorpion there by Ella Beard.
Love it.
made my
41-35.
knees
Minute
hurt.
1 to go. Our 3 referees here tonight getting their money's worth. The boys' game hasn't even, I think it was scheduled to start at 7. It's now 7:10. Boys are going to have to go back in and do a little more,
Yeah. More pep.
get another pep talk and then come out and get warmed up. And we got Buck up doing the camera. I'm going to have to check in with him at the end of the game. If he wants to come down here, he can. The 4 of us will get it going. If he wants to stay up there, we'll do that as well. Got Diffin still in the game. She's got 4. It's only as Nick pointed out, it's just a 2 possession game. So
Yeah, it's
Kellogg, you gotta kind of make the most of this and draw
last
it
time I
out.
said that I may have mathed wrong, but
Yeah, well,
whatever.
we get a foul there. Regina coming back to her left. You know, with Stutzky out, injured, I mean, maybe Janet didn't word it this way, but this is it.
Yeah.
Hey, freshman, this is it. Go get it done. I mean, and what I'm impressed by is I don't see any hesitation. I don't see any like, oh gosh, are we supposed to be out here? Like, these girls are like, yeah, we're ready. Shooter's roll there for Ella.
Right. This is where it's going to matter. I think Orofino's going to resort to trying to make Kellogg win it from the stripe, and if Kellogg can keep knocking down, I mean, at least they can keep 50% from the line. I think they'll be able to finish this up.
And at this
But
point
also,
right here,
2 from the line helps too.
And at this point, just don't foul.
Don't
Right
foul.
now, don't foul. Let them work the ball, but don't give them an easy
Don't
shot.
give 'em-
But make them work the ball
Make
around.
them work it.
Even if they make a bucket, hold it out of bounds.
Oh, nope.
Diffin almost took the 3 there. See, she tried that reverse. That's a low percentage. You just got to let her do that.
You just got to let her do it. Yeah, I mean, she's looking up over both shoulders.
But if you're Coach Nearing, you're like, hey, I rode this game, pretty critical league game with mostly freshmen and my remaining junior and seniors.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
They're learning.
They are, and the girls have got a good shot here with the last 46 seconds left. They need to stay
Yeah.
smart. There's a solid
Yeah.
chance Orofino's going to continue that press and try and get something quick and try and jump a lane. Kellogg just needs to stick to their guns. And inbound, well, they've been doing a decent job of inbounding fairly deep and being able to dribble it out. It's going to get 5. Yeah.
That was I agree with the 5 call, but it felt like a quick 5. It felt like, even call a timeout there, but didn't even have a chance to call a timeout. But it's okay, 43-36. Just don't foul here. Don't stop the clock.
Just let her.
Sure, let them then get that now. Just chill.
Nice screen. Wolf.
Or not.
Gonna track meet this
I
out.
think we're just going to rough this out here. This is going to be not Diffin. She's not going to let you go quietly. And just like that, it's 3 points.
Send it deep.
I missed 2 points, so I guess it's 5 still. So it's still, but man, keeping it interesting. If we're not here to make this stuff boring.
The girls are legging it out.
So Wildcats just kind of holding things together here, led by a couple of seniors, Michaela Groth, Aubrey Groth, and Danny Hendrickson, and then just a bunch of freshmen. Ella Regina, Aaliyah Philp at the line, Melina Munoz, just
Clutch
ready to
free
mix it
throws.
up at any
Knock 'em
point.
down.
And clutch free throws.
And Peyton Story, and saying, hey, this is over. We're going to end this.
Some of the tougher things to do is hit those free throws. You're gassed at the end of the game. It's a tight game.
Yeah.
You get 2.
What a building block for the Wildcats here.
Good
I
for
mean,
them.
this is the future right here. And the future looks good. They're not afraid.
Hold
That's
that out.
for sure.
You got 10 seconds right there.
Yep.
Just out
There you go, girls. That's a pretty impressive CIL win for the Wildcats. Look at Gus. Gus is pumped up. Coach Gus Colburn, he knows what just happened there. He knows these freshmen And, the few seniors and a couple seniors and then the junior, he knows what they just did. Gus has seen more than his share of basketball, and he's excited. And go with the alma mater, it's, hey guys, you're old like me now, or oldish.
Coolest.
The kids, they don't want to do this slow song, especially when they lose. But when they win, you got your whole community, you got your student body. Nobody else does this. I mean, not in high school. And Kellogg High School's been doing this for 50 plus years. So I hope that they can continue to appreciate it. Even when you lose, it's not easy to stay out here and do that. But this is good stuff. What do you guys think? Big win, player of the game. Anybody have any thoughts?
We just give it to every freshman.
The freshman class.
The freshman squad. I mean, Peyton's story, in my opinion, at the end of that game was, she's it.
I'd have no problem. One thing I would go to is Ella. Ella, to me, she was consistent. She was in there almost the whole game. I would love to give it to the whole freshman class, but I think we got to be selective. I think we got to make I think the freshmen want us to. Who got it? Who got it?
I'm going to have to go with the Bulldog. I think I'm going to roll with Peyton. I agree with Simon that Ella was strong and she was solid all the way through.
I mean, neighbor Doug might not like our conversation right now. Shout out to Doug.
Grandpa Doug Regina, I think he'll be fine with it. I think he had a better time tonight than he did last night.
Yeah, I'm still going to go with Peyton.
So we're going to say the Beanery Wildcats Live player of the game, Peyton Stories. And you can't go wrong. Peyton Stories, she's been bringing it all year long. You know what? It's kind of cool. She's been doing it this whole year without a bunch of freshmen in, and now she had a bunch of her teammates in with her, and she led the way. So we're going to go with that. Wildcats get the victory over Orofino. Big CIL win. And now the boys hoping to follow up. They're going to wear their Beauregard Live for Viv shirts for the second night in a row. I think the girls did as well. And we will switch feeds. We'll take a break here. We'll be back. Thanks for watching Wildcats Live. For Nick Furlan, Danny Kenyon, and now Buck Coe is now here. Always be a good sport. Be a good sport always. Thanks for watching Wildcats Live.